Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have some really good lacrosse players. I think the biggest challenge for us right now is really to find an identity, you know, and we kind of knew the last couple years who we were, how we wanted to play, and that allows you to work from the beginning with a kind of a mindset and an ability to really give your guys some clarity on the kinds of decisions that they can make. Now, we will get to that pretty quickly here, but you know, we've got 4 scrimmages in our preseason. I've never had that many before, but I really think that's going to help us get to clarity and really figure out, you know, how we want our guys to play so that we can help them, you know, understand the decisions that they're going to have to make. Yeah, some new faces, but you know, we've kind of got a core group there that we feel good. You know, we've got a lot of short stick D middies, a very underrated position. We got a great long pole midi in John Sexton. So we feel like we could be really good in that midfield defense, and maybe a little bit younger, but you know, Pat Healy and Garrett Epple, I think, can anchor a good defensive group. You know, Hugh Krantz got a lot of minutes for us last year. You know, a couple other young guys who are pushing in there for time, and you know, we just have to sort through that as well. We've got a great goalie situation, and I think we've got 3 guys who can really play, and they're competing. And but you know, I think it's Shane Doss's job until somebody takes it from him. You know, a lot of new faces in the last 2 years for us offensively, and we're really trying to find our identity there right now. So you know, I mean, I think we've got some guys who are playing really well and are going to give us the pieces that we want. But the real thing, the thing we haven't settled on yet is how are we going to play? What speed and tempo are we going to play at? You know, are we going to play as many two-way middies as we've been able to do the last few years? Are we going to play as many middies as we did the last 2 years, which affects your speed and tempo? And can we continue to do that? You know, if you're worried about substituting and you're worried about guys being at the defensive end, you can't ride as effectively. So those are decisions we have to make, you know. And our D middies, I mentioned that we've got some very good D middies. Are they the kind of guys that can then turn it around at the other end like Jack Neer did for us? You know, Nick Acello did as a sophomore. We've had a lot of guys who've played in that role a little bit and really become, you know, dynamic offensive guys. And do we have that ability? You know, I think Drew Shantz can be that kind of guy. But you know, so yeah. And then you know, when it comes down to, you know, your face-off game, if you can't win face-offs, it's really hard to play fast. You know, because you have to control possessions a little bit more and be sure that you're getting some time of possession. You know, so you know, those are really questions that we haven't answered about this team in particular, and I guess we've got 5 weeks to figure some of that out.